So I'm making a dress for the weddings I have to go to this year. This isn't a tutorial, I just wanted to show you why paying $400 for a dress is still incredibly cheap when you see what goes into it.
It's finally here! It's so beautiful. It's kind of shiny, it just feels nice. And then I can start on my project. So this will be a top. Yeah, do you see it?
First part is pattern drafting. It took me about a month, some measuring, and a lot of math to draft the pattern. This part is kind of boring, but you get the gist. In this part, I make a pattern, try it out on some cheap fabric, and make adjustments. Then, when I'm satisfied, I'll work on the real fabric. And you know how clothes can shrink after washing? To prevent that, I pre-washed and dried the fabric before making anything. Then I had to iron it all. After another decade of trying to get my fabric flat on the table, we begin to cut, and this takes another century. Finally, my favorite part, actually sewing. It's the most satisfying part where I see all my month's work come together. There's the lining. I feel like I should have put some interfacing here so it makes it a little more solid. Maybe I'll do it afterwards, but I should have put it on before. And then I'm gonna serge up everything else because it's a little bit, it's fraying, this fabric, yeah. This machine right here is the serger, and it cuts the fabric and finishes at the same time so that the fabric doesn't fall apart over time. This part also includes some singing. I made a lot of mistakes, and undoing stitches is like stepping on Legos in the sewing world. Celebration! I just figured out that my little V-neck is gonna work. So when I did the original prototype, there's some weird thing going on where like the back would show and then it would fold way too far over if I flipped it the other way. And I was really scared. I was like, oh no, what if I don't know how to do it? I should have made another prototype, but I was kind of lazy. I was like, I can think this through, I can logic it. So I did like a little basting stitch and it's gonna look like this. Really excited. Now I just have to go over and actually put in like more sturdier stitches. Yay! Then I use a 3D printer to print out an invisible zipper foot. I failed the first time and spent 30 minutes printing out air. But it was all worth it because it makes sewing an invisible zipper so much easier. Everything up to here went pretty smoothly, so of course the sewing gods thought that I should struggle twice as hard on the sleeve. First one was too tight to move in, and I needed at least one move on the dance floor. The one where we... So I went back to the drawing board. I sketched out 3 different versions of what I could do instead for the sleeve, but they all didn't fit the look I wanted for this dress and seemed like a downgrade to what I wanted. So stubbornly, I made 3 more versions of the same sleeve. Hopefully today is the last day. I just have the lower part of the sleeve to attach to the dress. And I remember last year, It was literally my last night and I was still sewing away the night of, trying to finish. And then ultimately I didn't manage to finish. And I actually had to finish it when I was back in Canada at my parents' place. I bought the thread with me and everything. This year, I was like, okay, I need like more time than I planned for. And so hopefully this is the last day. And yeah, then I actually have some buffer time since I'm leaving in like 3 weeks instead. I did not in fact finish that day, and I sewed for an additional 2 days. Woo! And she's done.
Whispers of the pine